What would you do if you woke up tomorrow with nothing to wear? No shirt, no shoes, no jacket, nothing at all. And then someone told you to go survive outside in freezing temperatures, blazing sun, and sharp thorns. For most of us, that sounds like a nightmare. But for ancient humans, that was just Tuesday. And here is the wildest part. Before clothes existed, ancient humans didn't just survive. They actually thrived. Stay till the end because the last part will completely change how you think about ancient humans and why we wear anything at all. Let's begin. Imagine stepping back in time. 200,000 years ago. No buildings, no stores, no fabric, no thread, no needles. Nothing sewn, woven, or stitched exists anywhere on the planet. You are standing on the open African savanna. The sun is burning overhead. The ground beneath your feet is rough and hot, and you are completely exposed. No clothes, nothing. Just your body and the wild world around you. Now here is the first surprising thing. Ancient humans weren't as helpless as you might think, because early humans actually had more body hair than we do today. Not as much as a gorilla, but enough to offer a small layer of protection from the sun and cold. Over hundreds of thousands of years, as humans began living in different environments, that hair slowly thinned out. And that created a problem. A very serious problem. Without thick fur, the human body became vulnerable. Sunburn, insect bites, scratches from plants, wind chill at night. All of it suddenly became a threat. So ancient humans had to get creative. And what they came up with was absolutely fascinating. The first solution wasn't clothing at all. It was paint. Body paint. Ancient humans discovered that smearing red and yellow pigments made from crushed rocks directly onto their skin actually helped protect them. It acted like sunscreen. It helped repel insects. And it may have even helped camouflage them from predators during hunting. Evidence of this red pigment has been found at sites nearly 100,000 years old. Think about that. Before a single piece of clothing was ever made, humans were essentially painting armor onto themselves. But paint only goes so far. And as ancient humans began moving out of Africa into colder regions, they needed something more. And that is when everything changed. Animals. Specifically dead ones. Imagine being an early human who has just hunted a large deer. You have the meat, but you also have this massive piece of thick, warm fur just lying there. One of your group tries wrapping it around their shoulders. Suddenly the cold doesn't feel so sharp. The wind doesn't cut as deep. And just like that, the first piece of clothing in human history was born. Not designed, not stitched, just grabbed, wrapped, and held close. For thousands of years, this was enough. Animal hides and furs draped around the body, tied with strips of sinew or twisted plant fibers, nothing fancy. Just survival wrapped around your body like a rough, heavy blanket. And it worked. Ancient humans wrapped in animal skins began moving into colder climates they never could have survived before. They crossed mountains. They endured ice ages. They pushed into regions where the cold alone should have killed them. But here is where it gets even more impressive. Around 50,000 years ago, something remarkable happened. Scientists have discovered tiny bone needles from this period. Thin, sharp, carefully crafted needles with small holes at one end. And that means one incredible thing. Ancient humans figured out how to sew. They were threading animal sinew through these tiny bone needles and stitching hides together into fitted coverings. Not just draped skins anymore, actual shaped garments designed to fit the human body and trap warmth. This was one of the most important inventions in all of human history, and yet most people have never even heard of it. Now think about what this meant. A human who could sew could survive anywhere. The invention of sewn clothing opened the entire planet to human exploration. Frozen tundras, Arctic coastlines, mountain ranges buried in snow. None of it was too extreme anymore. Clothing didn't just protect the body, it unlocked the world. And here is the final piece that will stay with you long after this video ends. Scientists studying ancient parasites discovered something astonishing. By analyzing the evolution of body lice, which live only in clothing, researchers were able to trace when humans first started regularly wearing clothes. The answer: roughly 170,000 years ago, long before the first permanent shelters, long before the first farms, long before any writing or organized civilization. Clothing came first. And that tells us something profound. Before humans built cities, before they planted crops, before they created any of the systems we call civilization, they were already solving the problem of how to survive in a world that wasn't designed for them. After watching this video, you now know that ancient humans didn't wear clothes because they were embarrassed. They wore them because they were brilliant. They used paint, animal skins, plant fibers, and eventually hand-sewn garments to conquer environments that should have been impossible to survive. The next time you put on a jacket before stepping outside in the cold, remember this: that simple act connects you directly to ancient humans who figured out the same thing hundreds of thousands of years before you. They were cold, they were creative, and they never stopped finding a way.